Welcome to another version of Extinction Dialogues. We stopped doing these about a year ago, but today I got questions that were just so good I had to share them. We used to do one question at a time or one comment at a time on Extinction Dialogues. Now I'm doing 3 for this one. All right. First question from Billy, and I indicated why everybody is called Bill or Billy sometime when we were doing these on a regular basis. Billy writes, Guy, can you please give examples about how we will die, starvation or cooked? I want to prepare to help my adult children deal with what is coming. So apparently the only 2 options are starvation or cooked. I wish. My response, you mean for the 1000th time because my time is worthless? Sure, why not? The water stops flowing through the taps. People die from dehydration. The stores run short on food. People starve to death. Delivery of fossil fuels is disrupted, causing people to die from hypothermia. Wet bulb temperatures exceed limits for human tolerance, causing death by organ failure. People from the first world, accustomed to enormous privileges, ponder the loss of privilege and prefer to extract what they need at the point of a gun, and so on. All this is already happening throughout the world. Only global north privilege, along with a few other privileges, protects some people. Feel free to reimburse me for my time via PayPal using my email address, guy.r.mcpherson@gmail.com. And then, interestingly, the person did not respond positively at all. I don't know why I constantly expect that. Instead, she said, okay, I'm not going to be a subscriber to your YouTube channel anymore. So there you go. In the last 28 days, I lost her. And so I only gained 122 new YouTube subscribers. Net. Next question from Bill. I wonder if the increased frequency and high magnitude seismic activities all over the world in recent days have any origins in the melting of the Arctic ice and release of warming gases. Could there be change in geological forces exerted on and mass from the thinning ice sheets, for example? Okay, never mind the grammar. I go straight to yes, as I've explained a few dozen times at GuyMcPherson.com. Briefly, here, again, water is heavy. So when it comes in the form of glaciers and they melt off of land, that takes a lot of heavy water that was on land and puts it into the oceans. And now we have considerable new friction at the interface between, for example, the North American plate and the Pacific plate. Water runs off the North American plate into the Pacific plate, and suddenly the Pacific plate is heavier than it used to be and the North American plate is lighter than it used to be. So we got a lot of moving going on there, and therefore lots of volcanic activity and earthquakes. Finally, question number 3. After a very long introduction, many paragraphs, because my time is worthless, as I've indicated, so I can read everything you send to me. I do finally have something to ask you in relation to the Younger Dryas. I've read recently that some Greenlandic ice core data show that temperatures change by 5 to 10 degrees centigrade in as little as decades, and yet humans and other animals survive this extraordinary rate of change. I can't imagine it was a fun time to live through, but clearly we survived. I've often heard you say it's the rate of change that's the key predicament here, so I wonder as to your thoughts in regard to this previous abrupt climate change. My response, we are running this unintended experiment in real time. Vertebrates cannot keep up. Mammals cannot keep up. We are vertebrate mammals. Also, we are in the midst of a mass extinction event. This time is different than regional changes in the past. The Younger Dryas was a regional change. It didn't affect the entire world. And finally, I have to come clean here. I promised only 3 questions, but I have a 4th. Question number 4, I reviewed your entire article on climate change and near-term human extinction. I'm not sure what article that refers to. You said it yourself that a catalyst will be needed, like the seafloor methane belch. I will agree on your description of grains at scale as well. If this happens in near term, you will be correct. I just don't see it happening this soon without help. We have the Blue Ocean event, then all bets are off. 3 exclamation marks. My response, other catalysts already underway. 1. Ongoing industrial activity leading to a Pliocene-style climate as early as 2030, even while ignoring the aerosol masking effect and 5 or 6 dozen self-reinforcing feedback loops. 2. Reduction of industrial activity leading to loss of aerosol masking. 3. Methane being released from terrestrial permafrost. 4. Methane being released from any of a number of shallow continental shelves, not merely the East Siberian Arctic shelf. 5. Ongoing flights by commercial airlines. And 6. An El Niño Southern Oscillation event. I'm sure we'll be fine, as I am told every day. We're clever, after all.